All right, the purpose of this video is to introduce new participants to our Lemoine's Engineering Advancement Program. We're excited that you joined the team and we're looking forward to building your career here at Lemoine Company. So what is LEAP? LEAP is a rotational training experience for college graduates. It's 9 to 12 months in each discipline, which would include estimating, project management, field supervision, and recently we've incorporated project controls. So it takes approximately 3 years to complete the program, depending on each participant's path. So participants are assigned a coach for each rotation to mentor them throughout that time. You work to complete very specific objectives of each rotation, and then you will present on learning and get promoted into the career path of choice. So here's an overview of our operations career path. As you can see on the left-hand side, all project engineers start depending on their initial rotation in estimating, field, or project management. Once you work through LEAP and that decision is made on the career path of choice, you would move into the path, for example, estimator, and you would start in that position and then continue to work through your career to lead estimator, senior estimator, market pre-construction manager, and potentially VP of pre-con. And you'll see at the bottom of the screen, there's some additional project control specific roles and responsibilities that we've begun to build more here at Lemoine Company. We currently have one virtual construction manager, also known as the VC manager, and one corporate scheduler. So why did we develop the program? Simply, it's all about execution. We thought to equip new and experienced team members with the knowledge to go out into the organization and execute at a level unparalleled to the competition. And it really does that. It takes it to the next level, takes the organization to the next level, learning what each discipline is responsible for on a day-to-day basis, and then ultimately growing into your career path of choice. We feel like it will continue to take the organization to the next level. And we've been excited about it since we rolled out the program in 2014. So what's the role of a participant? First of all, it's a driver of the relationship. You really drive your growth and you drive your development. So you need to be proactive and work with your coach on a day-to-day basis to continue to work off objectives and set up additional training. To be a continuous learner, we have a lot to learn in construction depending on the project, and we can learn as much or as little as we want on every given project. So being a continuous learner is a huge part of your role. Being flexible to the program and the coach. Understanding that construction projects are dynamic and schedules can change from time to time, or really just understanding that staffing is a focus of ours, and being flexible to the program in terms of your timing in each rotation and the coach in terms of their day-to-day schedule. And then being receptive to feedback, being open to feedback, learning from feedback, and asking for feedback is a big part of the role of a participant. So what's the role of a coach? Certainly the agent of accountability is the first, holding you accountable to completing objectives that you set a plan out for. Acting as a role model, living our policies and procedures, living our values and our purpose, and showing you what it takes to work in a role at Lemoine Company. Training or securing training. Certainly there are times where there's things that you may not learn on a day-to-day basis because of the role that you're in as a project engineer, but it's up to the coach to help secure that training or to provide that training for those objectives. And then planning for and providing experiences for you in any given rotation to learn the day-to-day of that discipline. So what are some expected activities? First of all, you need to plan for and schedule objective completion. We will get very busy throughout the day, and there are a lot of objectives for you to complete. So it's important for you to pay attention to what you've done so far to date and also plan out objective completion over a certain time period. Meet regularly to assess the plan. We recommend that you meet with your coach once per month to sit down and see and look at the progress that you've made against your objectives. We feel that that's extremely important to being proactive and driving your growth and development, and ultimately the time frame it takes for you to work through the LEAP program. Obtaining sign-off on completed objectives. It's very important to work with your coach to make sure that you're sure that you have completed the objective on the list. We don't want you to just check boxes, we want you to learn our policies and procedures and ensure that you truly understand and are competent at that objective. So here are some suggested activities. One, arrange job shadowing. Depending on your rotation, it'll be important for you to work closely with your coach and potentially others on that project team or in that department to learn from their day-to-day role. Spend time with them to learn your objectives and spend time with them to learn how they execute on a day-to-day basis. Talk and ask questions. Certainly there's never a stupid question, right? We want you to talk to your coach, talk to the team members, and ask a lot of questions. It's a great way for you to learn. And then three, share your experience and knowledge. And this is extremely important when you're working with large teams where you can maybe influence or teach others around you, especially when we have interns on the team or maybe new project engineers who just joined Lemoine. If you share your experience and knowledge with them, it'll help them get on the right path to success. So what are the benefits to you as a participant? First of all, it's personal and professional development. All around, from the day that you start in the program, being able to work through a structured list of objectives is extremely critical to your success. Having multifaceted experience, getting to work in each discipline in estimating, project management, and field supervision. Your interpersonal and communication skills, feedback skills, listening skills, all of these skills are sharpened as you work with new teams and new coaches. So what's the graduation process look like? At the end of the three rotation, the lead participant, you, and your coach will advise HR that they are ready for graduation. Human Resources will review the completed objectives with each coach in conjunction with the lead participant and schedule a review presentation if you are in fact ready for the graduation step. So here's how we build the review panel for your graduation. The review panel is assembled, which includes two individuals that already hold the title the lead participant is seeking. For example, if you're going into the project management career path, it would be the assistant project manager title. One project manager, one superintendent, or one estimator, depending on your career path. One vice president, one member of the HR team, and one member of a support department. And last but not least, our chief executive officer also participates on the review panel. So that's the panel. What about the review presentation itself? So the coach may assist you in preparing for the review presentation, but will not participate in the review team and subsequent promotion decision. The lead participant review presentation should demonstrate that you are ready for promotion. After the review presentation, a lead participant will hold a Q&A session for the review team. Then the review team either approves the promotion or provides the lead participant with feedback and a list of items that should be completed before moving forward. The review team's decision for promotion must reach 100% consensus and approval for promotion. And then once consensus and approval is made, the lead participant will meet with HR and the vice president of a chosen career path. So what are your next steps as a new lead participant? First of all, we want you to review the full objective listing at this OneDrive link. I've opened the OneDrive link, which will open in your local web browser. In my case, it's Google Chrome. And this tracker is that. It lists all of the active project engineers who are currently in LEAP at the top. And then all of the objectives for each rotation are listed to the left. So for example, the first objective in the field supervision rotation is learn company policies that pertain to this area of duties and responsibilities. We would like you to take the time to review the objectives in this list. Once you do start your rotation, we're going to ask you to update this list periodically and at a minimum each time you meet with your coach. And you can see in this example, Bowie Brown marked this item complete. In order to mark the item complete, you simply enter a 1 in the cell, which will populate the percentage complete at the top. So as you work through your rotations, we're going to ask you to go into this OneDrive link and update the list of objectives on what you've completed to date. This will be very important for us to use as an organization when it comes to project staffing and then planning out your rotations. The next thing we'd like you to do is to meet with your new LEAP coach to set expectations and goals, which would include setting up your monthly LEAP coach check-ins. It's going to be very important for you to build a great relationship with your LEAP coach starting on day one. So here's some common questions and answers we're going to go through just so you have some additional information as it relates to LEAP. First question is, when will I receive my first rotation assignment? Your first rotation is assigned at the time of hire. So if you're working in project management, your coach can begin to sign off on the objectives you had already completed. Next question, when will I know when and where my next rotation will be? Plans for your next rotation will be a factor of your current project assignment and other participants in the program. Again, being flexible and understanding logistical challenges will be necessary. And we've worked very hard on planning rotations and continue to work on this. It is not a perfect science, but we feel like we're doing a pretty good job. Who will conduct my performance review? Your LEAP coach will conduct your performance review, but he will seek input from others. So you'll work with our training and development coordinator to learn more about that process, and you'll receive communications throughout the year on when to start preparing for your performance reviews, which we conduct at 2 times during the year. Our mid-year reviews are done in September, and our end-of-year reviews are done at the end of the year in March. The mid-year review, each employee is responsible to schedule that review, and the end-of-year review, the manager is responsible to schedule. Is there a list of objectives for the next position? Lemoine, and this is not exactly like what we have in LEAP, but Lemoine University has been developed to continue learning in each career path. And if you want to learn more about that, you may contact our training and development coordinator, Emily Ellis. Next question, there looks to be a lot of reading. Do I really have to read all these books? And yes, you do have to read most of them. We've shortened the list over the time of LEAP being in place, but you'll need to work through and read those books, which will keep a library of paperback and audio books available and also reimburse you for any purchase of books. So if you have any questions related to LEAP, please contact our training and development coordinator, Emily Ellis, at emily.ellis@lemoinecompany.com. Again, we're excited to have you on board and looking forward to building your career with us at Lemoine.